Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for night 2 of the ozfortress State v State Cup. We are going to be watching the semi-finals and the grand final tonight to wrap the whole thing up. I am Michael, and I'm joined by Foz tonight. How are you going tonight, Foz?
Oh, a bit tired, but always excited to cast some ozfortress action, especially when we have a fun little off-season cup like this. I mean, last night there was a lot of action, probably more than we anticipated, and it ended in probably a more dramatic way than we all anticipated. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. What about you?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling good, feeling excited. Get to see my boys in Queensland play some more TF2 and we have the best of threes tonight. We're going to see at least 2 maps from each game that we watch. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to see this one go the distance. I think it can.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. And if you missed what happened last night, so we're down to our final 4 teams, and that's going to be Team Victoria versus Team New South Wales in one semi-final, which we probably won't be able to cover because right now we're focusing on Western Australia, I meant to say, as we're focusing on New South Wales versus Queensland. WA just edging out South Australia last night for that 4th spot in a dramatic overtime that luckily we were able to catch the golden cap of due to a few technical difficulties. But yeah, it was a quite close finish at the time to round out this top 4.
Yeah, definitely. And what a game to end it last night as well. Like, I don't think you could have asked for any better time. Have that game first up, and it's still really great. But last game of the day, all other games had finished. Everyone got to see it. It was really good.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess while we have everyone joining the servers, we should probably go over who these teams are. So do you want to take us down Team New South Wales first off?
Yeah, I'll bring us down their roster. So it's mostly the same as yesterday. I think we might have some minor changes, but we still have Starbucks and CK on the scouts. We are going to have Spade and I believe Fane still playing soldiers. We have Quid on Demoman, and I believe Aya is going to be playing medic.
Yep, and on the side of Queensland, we're still waiting on a couple, but it looks like it should be the same as last night. So we have the formidable scout duo of Sam and Elmo. We're going to have Lex on Pocket, Adolo on the Roma, and hopefully Gooseman on Demoman and T3 on Medic to round out Queensland.
Yes, I mean, Queensland roster staying pretty much the same as it was yesterday. Adolo is apparently MIA right now, though, so there's...
Yeah, a big substitution with
Giro
coming in. I mean, that is a high-tier gamer. And especially playing with Elmo and Sam again, yeah, Queensland suddenly just got a lot scarier.
Yeah, if that is the case, if Adolo does show up, I do believe they plan to play with him, but Gio is on standby, ready to jump in if needed. So I think that's going to make the game a lot more interesting. I think might swing it a little bit in Queensland's favour, for me at least.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same too. I mean, last night Victoria were the clear favourites. I mean, I don't think anyone, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think anyone even took a round of them. I don't have the standings in front of me right now, but...
They had 3 5-0s, and then the last game was a forfeit from the Allies. So
yeah, okay. So I mean, Victoria clean sweep in the competition, but then the next 4 teams from New South Wales down to South Australia were all pretty tight. But I mean, New South Wales just seemed a little bit stronger throughout the evening. Played a bit better as a unit, especially Starbucks on Scout really impressed me throughout the night. But I mean, picking up Geo, man, such a famed soldier down here. So yeah, Queensland suddenly got a lot more stacked, and
yeah,
I think we should probably go over the maps because for once teams have actually been organized ahead of time.
Yeah,
it's never happened before.
They had all of the picks and bans done before we got started, so that's what you like to see. I'll start us off with the bans. We've had New South Wales ban Process, and we had Queensland ban Gully Wash. I have a little bit of insight for that Gully Wash ban because Queensland and New South Wales actually played each other in the last round last night on Gully Wash, and New South Wales beat them 7-2. Pretty convincing scoreline, so I think Queensland not wanting a repeat of that. And those are the bans. Then New South Wales led off with a Snakewater pick, so that's why we're on Snakewater right now. It's going to be the first map. The second map will be Prolands, picked by Queensland. And to wrap it up, if we go to a third, New South Wales have decided on Sunshine for it.
Yeah, a pretty good selection of maps. I mean, starting with Snakewater, it's unanimously one of the most favorited maps in our pool. I don't think there's anyone who dislikes playing Snakewater, but at the same time, because it's such a popular map, it's typically hard for any one team to have such a big advantage over another. Like everyone knows this map, it's pugged to death. There aren't any really crazy strats that you normally see catch people off guard, aside from if you have a really nutty sniper, which I mean both of these teams do. But yeah, I think Snakewater is kind of that perfect level playing ground for map one because it's just such a staple of the competitive community. And then we're flipping over to Pro Lands, which a bit more divisive. It's a staple of competitive tier 2 scene, but over the last couple of seasons, I think it's definitely fallen out of favor, especially as we've moved to the pro version. We've seen a lot of changes happen to the last point with how open it is, and the changes to cap time, which kind of go back and forth. So going from a really love map to one that's a bit more divisive, and then Sunshine, which I mean, not quite on the level of Snakewater, but I think it holds a fairly good place in everyone's heart.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Sunshine. I really want to see that get played. Like I said, hopefully we do get to see it. 3 would be great for this series, and Sunshine will be a great map because I think Sunshine is one of those maps where there's no, you think of maps like Pro Lands, right? Pro Lands, it's such a pain to play as a scout because a lot of these, you've got Spire, which is just like notorious for soldier, and then mid is again just so soldier, like it's such a soldier favored map. Sunshine is just one of those maps where, kind of similar to Snakewater, every class has their moments. Every class gets their time to shine, meaning that, for a team like Queensland, where you look at it and you think, okay, well, Sam and Elmo, they're the two bigger players here. They're the big name players, and really did a lot on Queensland's team yesterday. They're going to be able to really shine on these maps, not so easily shut down like they might be on a map like Pro Lands.
Yeah, for sure. And as it looks like our 12th player has finally joined the server, instead of doing map predictions, I want to switch things up again a bit and say, who do you think is going to be the player of map 1? Who do you think is going to really set the pace for their team and kind of, be the standout that we'll see first up here?
I think it's going to be Gooseman. I think he is going to really be just walking forward, taking that beam and walking into New South Wales. He's going to be trying to dish out a lot of damage and kind of wait for his soldiers to bomb off of that damage, and then really make that opening for Sam and Elmo to come in late fight. No one on the other team is buffs, most of them half health, and they can just roll through, two-shot everyone.
Damn, well, you stole my pick, so I'm going to pick someone from the other team, and I'm actually going to put my faith in Fane. In some of the matches we watched last night, some of his bombs, coordinated on the flank there were just excellent. And again, Snakewater, there's so much room for the soldiers to move around, assuming, we're not in a dreadful stalemate. So I think, Fane's gonna, sneak his way around, upset some enemy gamers, get a few flanks going, and yeah, I think it's going to be good, as it looks like the teams are just sorting out their final few things, and we may be getting started very soon here.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like Gooseman's computer has just decided to turn itself off.
Oh.
Pretty good timing. I suppose better now than 5 minutes into the game, so...
Well, better now than in the dying seconds of a match heading into Golden Cap. But,
yeah, that's also a bad time for anything like that to happen. Cough, Connor.
Not to throw anyone under the bus.
No,
sorry.
No.
Some lighthearted ribbing.
Yeah.
So I guess with player predictions out of the way, I think we should, cover some scores here. At least for map 1, don't want to decide the whole series just now.
No. We want to leave a little bit to talk about between maps, but I don't know, I'll lead it off. I think... Oh no, this game will go one of two ways. I think this game could either be a really fast game with teams not being able to stalemate it, or we are going to just see a slugfest. It'll be win mid, stalemate on second for 5 minutes, do some fighting, and then go from there. I'm thinking maybe a 3-1 in favor of New South Wales, probably, for this map. They seem a little more confident on it first picking it. I think they'll just get that upper edge with the soldier duo, in particular, Spade and Fane, both pretty good jumpers. They're going to be able to make some pretty nutty plays here onto T3, and we saw that last night Doge and Doge and Riot really did have their way with him on the process. So I think Spade and Fen might be able to pull off something similar here.
Okay, interesting. I actually think I'm with you that I think it's going to start off fairly slow as these teams kind of fill their way out, because obviously, everyone wants to make it to the grand final. I think, we're going to see a classic Snakewater thing where at least the first two mid fights may be free. There's no really forward movements. Both teams just spam from either sides of their hut until one team essentially just decides to go balls deep with their Roma into the other team. And I think at that point, whatever team decides to take the risk and really go aggressive on that first mid fight, I think they're actually going to snowball the game from there and just keep going aggressive from that point on. So I think we're going to start off slow, maybe, only 1 or 2 rounds in the first 10 minutes. But I think after that, we're going to see, some pretty quick 2-minute rounds as Gooseman joins the server. So I'm actually going to go a 5-3 victory in favor of New South Wales, but Queensland getting an early lead.
Okay, yeah. I can see it. I can see it definitely happening. Depends on how quickly Queensland are going to dictate the pace. I have a feeling New South Wales are just going to be able to slow down any attempts made. I think Ryan and the Scout combo in Queensland will really try and do their best, but yeah, I don't know. I think just the New South Wales team overall is just a little bit stronger. They're going to have just a bit more coordination, a bit more DM on their side. I think they'll be able to just play at their own pace, and I don't think they want to play super quickly.
Fair enough. I guess one other thing we should touch on is, what do you think of some of the substitutions being made? So we have... Oh, wait, is Gio... Oh, no, okay. So Gooseman and Adolo are both here. So Gio, we were teased by his presence, but he's out. So we have Adolo and Gooseman both here as we get a ready up from Queensland. Yeah. So not too long until we get started.
Yeah, we have one substitution still on the server of Aya playing instead of Samson on Medic on the side of New South Wales. And I think that one, I think, obviously New South Wales, they're down the player they played with last night, but I mean, Aya is certainly, he's played with half of this New South Wales team, like in his normal team, and he is a medic main. Samson, not really a medic player, normally plays soldier. I mean, obviously at this level, anyone can play anything to an extent, but I mean, when you've got Aya, someone who does play medic, I think we might see, New South Wales trying to push it a little further than they might have with Samson, as we are going live into the first semi-final of the night.
Yep, so I'm actually going to start off by watching Quid on this first rollout. He is one of the other additions. Trumpet was playing Demo Man for Team New South Wales last night. Quid coming in, probably a bit more experienced in the operation of play. So he gets to mid a few seconds before Gooseman, but we see Adolo taking some of this early high ground for his team. And again, we just have this standard first Snakewater fight of both teams fighting out, but Adolo actually takes a lot of damage really early. Legs get opened down next, and Queensland are taking a lot of damage, which opens the door for New South Wales to come in. Spade is cleaned up, but just an aggressive forward movement there from Starbucks pushes all of Queensland back, and Fane is already jumping onto second point there.
Yeah, and Adolo just not being able to get anything done on that mid. He got himself up on his top right side, but I think he ate 5 rockets a sticky and then got forwarded by a scout right at the end there. So he's not going to get anything done, and his counterpart on Lex will just be left to die as well. As we're going to be stalemating here. Queensland with the Uber advantage as Fane will try and get a sack in, but he'll get shot back by Elmo. The turret around his medic.
Yep, and we've got Sam switching over to Sniper, a class that he is incredibly proficient at. Fane comes in with a bomb, lands 1 rocket onto the medic, but T3 surfing that beautifully, able to escape on half health. Lex coming in for the counter bomb, taking so much damage, and you just can't get past scouts anymore. They're too good. They're just too good as he gets completely denied.
Ooh. Elmo turning for Spade, trying to make another play in through unders just in time. But I think the thing that really, I think Fane's sack in, even though he got nothing, had a lot more impact because they found Sam early. They found Sam before he had the opportunity to get a peek out of lobby. So that, kind of eliminates the chance of a, one of those low-risk plays, knowing they don't have a sniper. You might get the medic peek out a little bit further than normal as Sam, he's not finding anything now. Quid took a headshot earlier, but he'll back up, stay safe, and yeah, we're gonna have a good old Snakewater stalemate. One team running the sniper, and No one wants to make the first mistake of the grand final.
Oh, the semi-final, but looks like Fane looked like he wanted to go in. Oh, Adolo actually missing a jump here on the platform. He does spot out Fane in the end there. If he actually landed that jump first off, he probably could have picked him up, but that just baited him into the stick trap of Guzman. So he gets taken down. So again, another opening here. It's giving Sam a lot more room as he was able to fully make his way into lobby, getting spammed out by the parts of the Quid, but really not a lot of team support from New South Wales here as Starbucks gets taken down by a really nice fight from Guzman. So now Sam should have a lot of work to play with. He's looking through cheese, but there are no enemy gamers there as Elmo goes forward, but Adolo's taken out on the side and Lex gets taken out too, as a lot of damage goes on to New South Wales, but no picks at all as a medic does not pop as it gets down to about 30 HP.
Speed come in for another sack, he'll be nowhere close. And you've got the second soldier coming in.
Oh my god, Sam, that is not fair. They get the force, but Jesus Christ, Sam, that is unacceptable.
The scout got it under. I don't know that T3 was in any danger there, and I mean, Elmo's going to try for something. He'll get forced back by CK though in Queensland at this point. They're trying to make as much as they can out of this player advantage. Quitting. No, CK's out of the medic range, and he might die as well. There's no pack waiting for him.
Oh, Elmo just misses that meat shot. Lex and Sam combining to get Fane there, and actually this Uber from New South Wales is getting nothing done. All their players are dying. They eventually take down Sam, but it's too little too late as this trio of players have to back out as Queensland recapture the point. CK finally gets arrowed by his medic, so should be able to slither his way out there, but Queensland with a fantastic job kiting that Uber, even after kind of a bit of a disastrous pop to begin with.
Yeah, definitely just making the most. Air, had to force there. He dropped his demo man and just kind of, didn't want to lose anyone else, as surely it would have led to his death. So it's going to be, about 20% Uber advantage for the side of Queensland. I'm curious to see if they'll push off of this. They're not positioning like they want to, although we're seeing a very late run to grass as, I know they don't have a lot of ground. They're going to have to use really early if they even want to get air, but Air's going to get this Uber in the next few seconds.
Oh, yeah, he will live super early. Sam has no one to shoot for. He chases into Saw, he gets the pop out, and he's actually doing a good job distracting the scout of a CK turned around and to take away a lot of pressure of that Uber. So his medic does manage to escape on the side of Queensland, and not too many frags are traded either way, but it looks like no Lex will get caught out here, so that is 3 down for Queensland, with Guzman only coming up now. So it started out kind of okay for Queensland in a bad situation, but just too many players died at the tail end of that fight. I mean, it's acceptable for Sam because he kind of pushed behind to try to delay as much as possible, but I feel like Lex really could have gotten out earlier as Fake with an aggressive bomb comes in, but really didn't have eyes on the medic, and just an easy cleanup kill for Elmo there.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see, I was going to say you're going to see some aggression come out, but we've got Sam up on Sniper again in this lobby area. Oh no, Queensland, they're looking like they're wanting to play off this a lot. They know they don't want to maybe play their soldiers on sack. Just let Sam, like I say, kind of slow it down and force New South Wales to make the first mistake. You don't want to be dropping your medic to the snipers. We've got Queensland actually coming up on Uber a lot earlier than New South Wales. They managed to build that a lot better. It was only 5% ad, but Sam, really nice pick on the speed. He's going to take a really aggressive position in lobby here. Air can't really peek out and heal his players as they're all being forced onto that right-hand side by the pack.
Oh, Sam with a fantastic peek onto Quid, and that just snowballs a ton of frags. Lex and Guzman cleaning up Fane and CK.
And look at Sam.
He's really going for it. Wow.
Oh, I think he gets seen.
I mean, in a play like that, I think you can afford to risk your life as you kind of snowball those picks. Fane does come up now. CK is still 5 seconds away, but it looks like Queensland, with these even Uber situation, they're just going to stalemate it out, wait for their scout to come in, and probably they're going to wait for New South Wales to initiate something. They're just going to play on the back here because, if they suffer for push, they're going to last and very likely giving up a round. So
and we've got Sam still up. Sam's still up on the sniper, so even more of a stalemate than you'd expect, because now Fane is going to be able to take 150 damage in the air. But
Double stop come in, and they get T3 really good combined bomb there. Fane actually surviving for a long time, and that allows Lex to be taken down on the back side. Elmo has no HP to be able to fight this. He is on one and gets cleaned up by a long-range scattergun shot as Gooseman and Adola get taken out too. That is a full white. Quick jumps to the point. And there we go, him and Starbucks tap it out, and a quick misplay from a great bomb by the New South Wales soldiers leads to them picking up the first round in 8 minutes.
Yeah, New South Wales definitely dictating the pace. I felt like they were in control that entire game, as I want to see Quid do a lot more of what he was doing on mid. He's not as fast as he was the first time, or maybe Ryan's just picking up the pace a little bit, as Adolo's gone into New South Wales kitchen pretty early, but Spade knows.
He's gonna get met by Spade, and they're exchanging rockets, and they're both just gonna jump away from each other. Sam takes a lot of early damage, unable to really find pressure for his team. Vane will be the first one forward, so Queensland looking good here. Adolo does get taken out, Spade falls as well. The medic of T3 just out of position on this hut, and he loses his life. Gooseman gets taken down too, and Sam really not having a lot of health to do this. He's doing all he can to get the medic, and he combines with Lex, and they take down Air and Quid. Surely they can get CK2. CK actually finishes off Lex, down to the Elmo 1v1 scout, and Elmo, our sole survivor of that first mid-fight, as Queensland just cap it out there, and a really good late pick on Air to even up that Uber situation.
Yeah, and with Air, although with actually Fane and Spade dying so early, they managed to get back onto mid before anyone else on Queensland, so they almost had to back out, but they aren't going to go for the cap. They're just going to wait for the rest of their team to show up. 3v4 right now, as Adolo's been forced out. He'll have to get some heals, and I know, it looks like we might have round 2 of the mid-fight here. Spade's going very low on his own top left side as Ezreal.
Vane is in behind. He's really low, gets caught out by Dolo, but no one's connecting shots, and Dolo actually craters as he does take out Vane though. Spade loses life as well, so Team New South Wales loses a lot of mobility as Quid goes down too. CK is caught out of position. Fantastic focus fire there from Queensland. Just all shooting the same people and obliterating them. So this medic scout cherry is going all the way to last. But it looks like, no, they're just going to hold on second here and be content to cap that out.
Yeah, although at this point, Queensland have to know they have the advantage, and yeah, I think they must realise that at this point that they just don't have enough time to go all the way. And Elmo will get into lobby and try and get some information, but yeah, it's going to be another stalemate here, this time in favour of Queensland looking to make the push into last, as we have an engineer coming out on CK. Sam will go for the sack. I imagine we'll see him come up on Sniper again.
Yep, and I really like this sentry gun placement. I mean, it's easy to spam out from under, but at the same time, you know, it just instantly shuts down these bombs as Starbucks and Vane both get taken out in a really aggressive plan lobby. I'm not actually sure how that happened, as I was watching an engineer hit a sentry gun. Uber comes out from Queensland here, but the sentry gun actually denies the scout, and they have to force back immediately as the counter bomb does come out. Elmo gets caught out in lobby here. We're going to see a bit of aggressive come out from the soldiers of New South Wales, but they do get juggled in place. So a bit of an Uber stalemate. Oh no, a dollar gets taken out too. So Queensland really can't be too aggressive here on second, but looks like they're kind of tentatively holding this as we get an aggressive bomb out of lobby by one of the soldiers. I don't know who that is. It is Spade who gets taken down, but Gooseman, was that a trap?
I think it was. He got Air and Quid with it, and that's going to
Starbucks
swing.
goes down too. Fane is on the slither of health. He has to manage to get his way back. The sentry gun is still up. It's just the engineer clears. The sentry gun survives for a good amount of time, just enough for a few players to respawn, but not long enough. But Queensland managed to take back a round from, I think it might have been a blind depth from Gooseman. I don't think either of us saw that coming.
Yeah, I saw it long range, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was a blind dead. He kind of jumped onto the bridge and had some stickies down. I think it was a trap though, but really nice placement there by Gooseman, as he's going to level at 1-1.
Yeah, we get to this third mid-fight. The demo is a lot more even this time, as we see Queensland, again, a bit on the back foot compared to New South Wales in terms of their position. Spade taking this early high ground is almost the first player really to get hyped for Queensland at all. He's going to be met, I think that's by CK, as Lex is trying to find some space, but he just has none. And Spade decides to shut him down. He gets some nice rocket onto Fane though to deny all this as much as possible. As Elmo actually goes in the backline and gets with Sam on the side, gets Spade, loses life for it though. A nice pipe from Gooseman takes down Starbucks, and Vane is doing what he can in kitchen, but he's on so little health. He jumps in, and actually he manages to find Lex, so I mean, a bit of a consolation frag at the end there as Air manages to escape with his life. So a good bit of distraction from New South Wales to make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, it'll give them enough time to get even Ubers, and they're actually going to get before Queensland can get a lot of players on the second here, so they might look at getting a force onto T3 here.
And that's exactly what happened. Spade landing on his head, landing one direct, and T3 not wanting to risk it at all. We saw a few drops coming out last night, so I think medics now are a bit bit more raised. The counterpop comes out from New South Wales. They chase down Sam, but they're unable to make their way here to chase $1 and T3. As Seeker actually loses his life as well, so really good pushback by Queensland there.
Yeah, I think they've done well not to lose their men. They got forced in a really bad position.
Oh, he the second shot. Sorry to cut you off. He had one meat shot onto air, but just couldn't finish it up.
Yeah, definitely. That's I think that's the play that, you know, that's what they were looking for. A lot of their players, they're pretty passive, both teams. This saw and grass area not being touched by anyone. As we're seeing Queensland make the first moves into it. Gonna probe a little bit. Guzman's gonna maybe get a sticky or two down.
Yeah, Elmo coming up on Sniper. They actually have about a 20% advantage, but with the Sniper, they're just like hoping to play this pretty slowly. Elmo probably a bit sad that Sam was taking all the attention earlier with his flashy shot, so he wants his turn. As he'll slowly start to move his way into Saw here, supported by Guzman. Not really good angle. We do see Starbucks peeking a bit aggressively, but he instantly backs off. There are some sticky traps, but it looks like Lex has found them out, so that won't be any concern at all. As Fane is actually standing on top of the roof on lower here, so I mean, he might go for a sneaky jump in to try to catch out Elmo, or he may simply be content with the war holding this flank, as Elmo actually does start moving down into lower here, so if Fane, you know... Oh, no, Elmo just domes Starbucks.
Yeah, this is what Fane was looking for, but he's found the medic. Wow. Fane was playing that purely for the Sniper, and he's found T3, and that T3's going to have to leave as he's on 20 health. Doesn't even get the pack.
Wow, Spade with a really perfectly timed bomb there. $1 comes in right... Oh my god, $1! You cannot think Rocket's better than that as he drops air. I mean...
Wait, we have Sam behind. Sam is on second now. He's going to play a 1v1 against Quid on point, and Starbucks just going to get here in time.
Yeah, and Sam's jumping around on about 3/4 health. He hits one big shot, hits the second. Oh my god, Sam, it's not fair. He's too good. I still can't get over that bomb by $1 though. I mean, air, literally, all he could do was maybe pop as soon as he saw him, but his rockets were so... Yeah, exactly. His rockets were so perfectly synced, you almost can't blame a medic for dropping there, because... Yeah, that's just a perfect Roma play.
Man, Soldiers really outdoing themselves here. They're going to make it difficult for whatever team to, you know, for whatever team makes it to the grand final of these two to really go any further, right? Like, I mean, we've had 2 drops, both really good bombs. I know these Soldiers are setting the pace really well, and I don't think either team is necessarily disappointed at this point, you know? Like, they're both getting what they want.
Yeah, and it looks like Queensland, with a slight uber advantage, they kind of stopped building though. I thought they were going to go aggressively and kind of dot push this, but it looks like they've just held off, as we may see this stalemate again, as we do see the dual off class from Team New South Wales, Spade on the Engineer and CK on the Fat Russian, standing on top of point there. So yeah, we're going to stalemate here for a bit. Elmo maybe going in for a sack. No, Sam actually going in for a sack here. Surely he's just doing this to swap the Sniper, and yep, he does lose his life. Payne jumping straight into a sticky trap of Guzman, and there we go. A nice little 1-for-1.
Yeah, as Sam, picking his moments wisely, ran in right as the gun was being moved, so he didn't have to deal with the instant shredding. As the only thing better than a mobile turret is the big one that shoots as fast as a heavy with aimbot. So,
Lex catching out Quid on lower. Quid was trying to be a bit cheeky there with it, setting up a sticky trap, I think, and loses his life. So this is a really good opening here for Team Queensland. Dolo instantly dies to the sentry gun though, and Lex dies too, and Sam dies free. So I take all of that back. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, they wanted to try and make something happen with Quid down, but they're just going to lose too many players. Fane will play to the point, get some information for his team, and he'll see that Queensland is long gone. As New South Wales is going to push out. No Ubers being exchanged, just a lot of frags. And now we are probably going to stalemate on second as Sam's come up Sniper again. New South Wales might not expect this
Oh
one.
my god. How many times is Starbucks going to die in that same position? First time to Elmo, then to Sam. Spade coming in with a bomb, but he can't recreate what Fane did earlier, and it's giving Queensland a lot of room to come in as Romagil on the side as Adolo manages to win it. And this gives Queensland so much room. It looks like Ed will just make it out. No, he's being chased so aggressively by Elmo, who gets out the force. Queensland counterspot, but New South Wales have had to flash so many times. Elmo might try to chase this in and really try to get And he gets one shot, he gets a second as he saves it last. It will be cleaned up by these two scouts, but he's done his job. T-Rex dies on the backline though, and Hidolo gets cleaned up too. So what was looking so good for Queensland, again, they're just going to snowball these players in a fight. And Sam with a close range headshot. Starbucks just needs to like hide from snipers, man. This isn't fair.
It is. We're going to see Sam and Lex do their best efforts. Sam will pick up one more kill. Sam, do not. If you get another kill, Sam, you need to stop. Although maybe New South Wales needs to stop peeking him, honestly. You know where he is, boys. He's not moving far.
And Starbucks sums it up best in chat by saying Sam owns. And yeah, if he does. I still don't know how Queensland managed to kind of botch that push. I mean, again, Sam fixed it in the end, but it could have gone very south for them. I feel like after Elmo got that medic kill, I don't know why Queensland just didn't retreat, get heals up, and then push as a unit. They just kind of all slithered in one by one and died.
Yeah, Elmo and T3 were the only ones that were really far forward there, and the rest were left to cap the point and get some ammo. So you just kind of had the lobby area open, and that's how they managed to get the pick onto T3 with kind of Queensland slowly trickling in afterwards.
Sam just missing a shot on Quid, and he's not able to be punished for it. In fact, Bane loses his life. Really good support play from Elmo, who does go down himself, but keeping his sniper alive. But we've added scout support on this. Oh my, he misses a stationary NG, and the old flick of the cursor of, just absolute shock that he can hit all these nutty shots but miss a perfectly standing still engineer. That's got to sting.
Yeah, it's still just one off class for each team. Gunn will deny Lex as he tries to make a little bit of room for Sam, but New South Wales not wanting to push that lobby as they know what awaits for them on the other side of that door as Sam will post back up, peeking in the last, hoping Air will go a little further than he should as Starbucks will take another 150. Ooh, nice dunk bomb.
Yeah, really good work catching Sam out on the left side of that lobby here, and Quid's actually going to be the person to be aggressive. No, we see Starbucks coming in from upper lobby, lower lobby. There we go, that's how it works. As New South Wales look like they want to come in a really aggressive bomb in from Spade, but he's not able to find any. Oh, T3 takes a massive long-range type from Quid, surviving on 23 HP, and he can't even go to this far health pack. He's going to have to slither all the way back into sword to get his health up. I mean, Quid almost with a massive play.
We've got Sam on Spy, but he's actually disguised as a friendly sniper, and he's getting healed walking around bridge.
I mean, this is they know immensely high IQ players.
They know, they've seen him there getting buffed, and he's been playing the exact same position.
Quid? They found Quid? Quid hit him with a sticky end. Oh, Sam, I mean, valiant effort. As Starbucks is surviving on 1 HP and he walks into the roller just as it explodes. Starbucks is not having a good evening so far.
No, he's not. Taking deaths left and right for his team, and I suppose Air will be, Air and a lot of the people on his team would be happy that it's him and not them, so.
Yeah, exactly. I love the play from Sam though, but just not quite pulling it out. And it looks like Gooseman actually is going to be the aggressive one, but instantly caught out by Spade and Quid. Really good coordinated attack there. I don't really know what Gooseman was doing because he was the only one in lobby. We do see a counter bomb in, and Sam gets Spade because of course he does. As Queensland managed to get 4, so the counter bomb does come out from New South Wales. It's just Elmo taking the Uber. He is going to chariot his medic out, and New South Wales will chariot their medic out, and we're back to a stalemate.
Yep, and we're still New South Wales not wanting to try and push anything off of the death onto Guzman, keeping the gun up, and they're keeping it level 2. I believe level 2 gun shoots a little bit faster with the machine gun than level 3, so deciding that's worth it over the rocket damage, which honestly it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's another strat you can do where you level it up to 175 out of 200 metal. So then, like, just as it's about to go down, you can kind of try to hit it a few times just to get that extra health up with the level up. But yeah, play like this I wouldn't expect, and it just seems we're going to wait until Sam hits another nutty shot, or Queensland decides to sack in all of their players one by one and die.
Yeah, and CK on the side of New South Wales a little more wary of the spy, making use of the 200 reserves for pistol ammo to spy check a little bit, but Sam's back up on Sniper, and they found him under his Spades, put a bit of spam into him, and managed to keep his life for it, so he'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's an instant win for the side of New South Wales. Sam is peeking over to this right-hand side on the attacker's perspective. He is going to come in. Bane doesn't actually do anything as the sentry gun does all the work. I know Bane might have hit a bit of a splash damage there, and we will see a counter bomb coming in from Bane, who does manage to pick up Gooseman. So this is exactly the opening New South Wales need, as it looks like Starbucks and CK I mean, is getting quite aggressive. Spade coming in with a bomb, getting up on this fence here. As it looks like Queensland wants to contest the point. They pop super early on Elmo, who hasn't found any frags. The medic of New South Wales does manage to save Quid in the nick of time. Elmo Jarrett's his med out actually just in time, and him and Sam are doing so much distraction work. Sam's jumping all the way behind into Cheese and taking out Bane, and he might... Looks like he's going for the demo man, 1v1ing Quid in lobby, and he trades, I mean, Sam yet again with a massive play there to help out his team.
Yeah, but Queensland wanting to still fight this, and without scouts, I don't know how much they could do that. As Starbucks and Spade are going to combine for a frag onto a dollar on the grass, and they need to realize that, yeah, it is time to leave.
Oh, Spade coming in from low, he gets one rock onto T3. He got the perfect horizontal momentum there. I mean, Guzman loses his life, but T3 with the fantastic stuff. Elmo goes down too, and yeah, Queensland are probably going to have to bail all the way to last year if they're not lucky. They do get a dolo up now, and it looks like, yeah, they're just going to hold in lobby here.
Yeah, play it passive, play the spam game. You might see a dollar, and let's go for the double bomb here, as they both see air going from grass. Pretty easy to jump them, but with a scout in front of them, not the easiest kill to get, as you'll see them all back out. They'll let this go to even Ubers, and we might see Sam go for something. He'll back out of lobby. Keep his life for now, as he'll stay off of the off class. Maybe give someone else on his team some time in the limelight.
We actually see all of Queensland pretty much proved up really aggressively on this right-hand side here, but Bane does die to the sticky trap. So Dolph is the only one being left, so I mean, potentially if New South Wales decided to do a really coordinated push there, they could have potentially caught some players out, but that wasn't the case, as we're actually seeing Queensland pushing New South Wales out of lobby there. Guzman, you know, just kind of his presence forcing them back, but no, Queensland will retreat back into their last point.
Yeah, and I mean, we've only got 6 minutes remaining here, still all tied up at 1-1. This round has lasted a good 15 minutes at this point, so... No, it's, yeah, neither team, I mean, they're both playing really well, really good clean TF2 here, but I know it's so even, neither soldier duo getting more than the other, and the scouts on both sides being able to shut each other down, as we're going to see Lex try for something onto his own left lobby, as I think that's Fane will leave, yeah, he will. And
we finally see an off-class, Adolo building that sentry gun again in that same sort of middle area of just to deny the bombs from lower and last. We actually see a double soldier coming in, and I don't think T3 took a lick of damage there. He just avoided every single rocket as both Bane and Spade do go down. So we should see the counter aggression coming in. It looks like Sam wants to solo this Uber from lower here. He is starting to rotate through up with the rest of the team. There is a sticky trap, but it does get caught out. But Queensland have wasted a lot of time here. T3 taking a fair bit of stick damage and making him force pretty early. Guzman actually has forced back into lobby, unable to help his team here, as Quid just pushes them back as the counter from New South Wales did come in. So a bit of a stalemate coming in, but Elmo actually looks like he wants to sneak in from behind. He's drawing a lot of attention here, actually gets Fane to jump away, and Quid loses life to Lex. Lex with a big damage that allows Sam and Elmo to come in and finish up some players. There is Spade going to last, but the sentry gun was still up, so that denies him. He is in lower, he's going to come in, but Lex, massive play there.
That put Queensland in a really good position. Nobody on New South Wales is going to get Fort Spawns to live. CK will back with his team, as they're going to get mid. They're going to have a solid 60% Uber advantage here, as they're going to try and push this into second without using. But Fane and Spade are going to see what they can do to stop that, as Fane is back on his little roof, little overhang area, as T3 is going to walk right beneath him yet again.
He does get caught out instantly though by, I believe that was Adolo, he actually jumps in. No, that's Lex who was forced in, but that gives Guzman some space to come in while Eyes aren't looking at him. Spade comes into the bomb, gets one rock onto T3 and finishes up with the second as Elmo cleans up 2 quick frags, Adolo picking up Fane as well. So the medic is down, but so many players, Queensland lose. Nope. Okay, Guzman goes down too. So New South Wales kind of managing to salvage this a bit more, as it's just air and Quid up.
Oh, and T3 actually dropping their Spade, getting right on top of him, but oh my god, a Dolo!
Oh my god, what a beautiful team play by the two of them.
Yeah, Dolo and Elmo looking to go in for the last cap maybe, but Dolo kind of diverting his attention last minute to yeah, try and get that kill onto air as maybe he realizes.
Jumping in from
No
behind.
way.
And, oh my god, he gets the block.
He knocks him.
He gets one. Oh my god, left. Unbelievable. Not only was the bomb into last fantastic, juggled the scout up, so CK was powerless to actually do anything. It was straight up in the air, and Lex just standing on that point, winning it out in Queensland with 2 minutes 40 remaining. Go up 2-1.
That's what we want to see from Queensland. Quid, he's going to arrive to mid a little earlier than Ryan again, and he's going to put all of his stickies towards his own top right to stop any aggression. As Spade is going to look to get into the enemy team's under. Lex is going to respond with a good bomb onto Quid. He should get the kill here, but no. Adolo will end up getting the kill, and he'll lock Starbucks in under and clean up that kill as well. As it, man, looks like New South Wales, they're not going to be able to get onto T3 here.
Spade and Sam, did such a good job there. Both, oh my god, Sam and Guzman did an amazing job at protecting their medic. At various points, both Fane and Spade tried to jump T3, and Sam was denying them every single time. Guzman hit a couple of stickies and just, you know, completely protecting their medic. They're a fantastic mid-win by Queensland. And with 100% Uber advantage and only a minute 45 left, they look like they have map 1 in the bag.
Yeah, I don't see Queensland quite throwing it away this hard. They'll get the pick on the Starbucks, and they don't want to slow down. And Lex going to get a really good bomb onto Quid. He will surf most of it away, but he's not going to get to his medic. And he'll get the snipe.
Oh, that was powerful. The Uber actually does come out from T3 into lobby here. They clean up air, they clean up Fane. Queensland aren't content with winning 2-1. They want more rounds. The sentry gun of CK can't do too much. He ends up surviving for a fairly long time, allowing Starbucks to come up, but it's just him versus all of Queensland as they go up 3-1 after a fantastic mid-fight from Sam and Guzman.
Yeah, definitely Sam Guzman putting in a lot of work for Queensland here, and that is going to be the final score. I don't think either team is going to push it too hard to win the final round as they realize that, you know, nothing can be done. You're going to see Fane going pretty quick for a bomb, maybe get some damage, pad his stats right on the Guzman, but it will not be enough as, yeah, just going to trade frags in the final 30 seconds here.
And
yeah, that was a really good map, really good TF2 coming out from both teams.
It was fantastic, and your prediction was, it was 50%, right? You got the scoreline, you know, perfectly correct, just you know, wrong team.
Just the other way, yeah.
Yeah, just the other way.
Queensland getting a little bit more with their soldier frags, I think. Like, Adolo and Lex, if you look at the stats, did not do nearly as well as Spade and Fane, but in terms of the impact that they had on the game, I feel like their impact was felt a little bit more by their team than that of New South Wales and Fane and Spade. I don't know, it was odd. Especially like if you look at the stats, Adolo did not have a good game.
No.
By any standard, right? 13 to 14, only 119 DPM, but I feel like his bombs just kind of that. He really played the sacrificial lamb almost. Just kind of, if there's a situation where I need to bomb in and do absolutely nothing but draw the eye of the enemy, I'm going to go do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, when you've got Guzman going 26 to 11, Sam 29 to 16, and your medic only dies 5 times, I think you can, you know, you're not necessarily unhappy with 119 DPM. Yeah, he knows he did the job his team needed.
Yeah, at the end of the day, someone is going to have to be lower down the scoreboard for a team, and, you know, it just happened to be a Dolo for this map. I was really impressed by Lexo. He started off probably the first half of that map really quiet, but he really came into his own. Some of his bombs there at the end, were literally game-changing for Queensland. It completely swung momentum in their favor. So, Lex was probably not the MVP for that map. That, you know, you'd have to give that to Sam or maybe Guzman, split the difference. But I think Lex really helped turn the tide when Queensland needed someone to.
Yeah, definitely. I think Spade led the charge early in the game. A lot of kills. Spade and Lex, actually, the pockets of both teams ending up with a lot of the medic frags in the game. Spade accounting for 4 of T3's 5 deaths.
Wow.
And Lex accounting for half of Air's deaths at 4 kills for Lex as well, with Air's total of 8. And I mean, yeah, the pocket's just really kind of cleaning up these bombs, right? The room's kind of almost hung out to dry, bomb in, die, don't get a lot done, but then the pockets and the rest of this combo, this double scout, Chariot of Doom, is just gonna walk in and they are just gonna mince anyone that's in front of them.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, New South Wales really weren't too far off the pace here, as we're actually getting update onto what's happening in our other semi-final. And unsurprisingly, Victoria took the first map, which was Snakewater, 5-0 against WA, and they're currently up 4-0 on Gully Wash. So, as predicted, I mean, Victoria having literally no issue whatsoever on their side of the bracket.
Yeah, and they are, I mean, if they're already up 4-0, they may be around to watch this second map, maybe get a little bit of insight onto who they're going to be playing. As this is only the second map of one of the semi-finals of the State v State Cup. This is New South Wales versus Queensland, for anyone who missed that first map, which was Snakewater going 3-1 in favour of Queensland. As now we move to Queensland's map pick on ProLands. And I think the way that the Soldiers have been playing on both teams, I'm really excited. I think this one could go like really either way. I don't favor either team over the other. I want to see medics dying all over to these soldier bombs.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen, especially on mid fights. But I guess quickly before, as we wait while these players come in, what do you think New South Wales really need to change with their game plan to get themselves back in this? Because again, if they lose this, they're out of the tournament. They will go into a third place match, which, I mean, not to jinx it, it'll be against WA.
You never know.
Queensland have run by now. Yeah,
the reverse sweep. The reverse sweep. I'm calling it 9-4 on the second map, 5-0 to Western Australia on the third. I'm ready for it.
You can only pray. But what do you think New South Wales need to change up? Because yeah, they weren't too far off the pace there. It was just a few small team fights that didn't quite go their way. So what do you want to see out of them to see them steal this victory and take it to a third map?
I want to see two things. I want to see a lot more out of Quid. Quid was quite underwhelming, their second lowest damage, and I mean, Adolo being the lowest, we talked about that, kind of playing that sacrificial lamb, but Quid received top heals on his team, only did 159 DPM, and sure, he was being pressured a lot, did have 16 deaths, but I feel like on a map like Badlands, he should be able to do a lot more. As we've just been updated, Gullywash has gone 5-0 to Victoria. They are already in the grand finals and going to meet the winner of this best of 3 that we are partway through right now.
Just calling it, if South Australia won that golden cap last night, we would have smashed Victoria, made our way to the grand final, but it's not to be. In my hearts, we're the real victors. Yeah. Definitely didn't finish 5th place.
Definitely not. Definitely not. 1 second, by the way.
Yeah, I'll alter all the standings once the tournament's done. No one will know any difference. I'll delete all these VODs.
Yep. Well, don't worry. You don't have to worry about the crushing loss last night. That was handled for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big ups to Xander_168 for making sure we saw that in all its glory.
And Xander168 without the underscore, being a real trooper.
Both of them pulling the hard yards last night, as we have got a ready up from one of the teams, so we should be going live fairly shortly here.
I'll finish up what I was saying before with so first I want to see Quid do a lot more. I feel like it's Badlands, he can do a lot more. I want to see Starbucks get in on these late fights a lot more. He was kind of getting just manhandled by Sam in the beginning, especially on the sniper. Didn't feel like he could catch a break, and even when Sam went back to scout, just it's Sam. No scout wants to take that fight, not even the scouts at the highest level. And yeah, I just want to see Starbucks kind of play just not passive, but less dually. I just want him to clean up, right? Because he had great numbers yesterday. Really did his job for his team. And I mean, hell, they came out on top of Queensland in a really active game last night, 7-2. So I want to see those two step up a lot more, and I think if they do, the combo is going to be a lot stronger for New South Wales on a map like Badlands. You really need that.
Yeah, for sure. As there we go, we get ready ups from both teams, so we will be going live just now. Who do you want to watch of this first mid fight?
I wanna watch Gooseman. I want to see what he does. I want to see if he's gonna maybe he'll end up house, but I want to see if he's gonna maybe peek out right onto his own bats, or if he'll just go straight on the train, try and bring it straight to Quid after such a dominating performance. But He's really slow. He will opt to go to his own window based on how fast he was, but he's not taking a lot of damage.
CK taking a lot of damage, going down early, and Elmo actually going in the backline. He's going to clean up some players, come around. He does get spotted out by New South Wales, so that allowed his team to come in, and Lex get a nice rocket onto air there. He should clean up Spade too. No, Spade manages to juggle him around the corner. Elmo will come and clean him up. Get Spade. It's a 1v1 against Quid. Surely the scout wins this. Quid's doing all he can to zone him out as he climbs up Spire, but Lex is going to jump in and yeah, he's going to... No, okay, Lex just kind of toying with Quid there, but Lex was a really good mid-fight, getting the medic and the demo man.
And that's a 20-second spawn. I think that's maybe what Queensland was doing. Elmo toying with his food as... If Queensland moved quickly, they could be in last just as Lex is spawning, and they're going straight through main right now. Going to meet Spade. Not going to get the force off, but looks like they're going to give Quid some time to spawn, maybe get a sticky or two up.
Yeah, we have Starbucks really aggressive as Pyro in this upper lobby. Here we go, the Uber comes in. The Pyro's taking so much damage already. He's doing actually a ton of work. Does eventually get taken out, so does the gun. Lex loses his life on the flank, and Adolo actually gets spammed out. So Queensland with no soldiers right now. Elmo does clean up Spade, and he's gonna go for the point with Adolo. No, Adolo actually gets taken out. Elmo doing what he can to get the medic. CK will get cleaned up as Gooseman stands on the point, and it looks like... Oh no! The Thor from air cleaning up Elmo. It looks like T3 going to die too. Elmo dropping the WTF as what looked like a sure round for Queensland. Oh, Elmo is not happy in chat.
No, Air doing the old reach around the other medic and getting that saw onto Elmo apparently.
Oh my god, I mean, that should have been a round in the bag, because we actually have Lex up on Spire here. He's slowly creeping around, hiding under bridge here, as CK is going to spot him out immediately.
Oh, and CK was almost ready to let him go, but Lex shot and CK whips around.
There we go. Aggressive from Starbucks in, but really poor timing as the team wasn't quite there to support him. As Dolo actually getting caught out by the stickers of Quid does manage to just escape with his life. As we have a bit of an Uber advantage on the side of New South Wales, but it looks like they're just going to stalemate this out until they get their players with buffs, and it looks like the final scout, Starbucks, is coming up now, so he should help them in this fight shortly, as Queensland doing all they can to build this Uber up.
Yeah, they're going to be reaching 75. It looks like the Uber's going to come through house. They'll pop early to avoid the stickies of Gooseman, as Quid is going to go all the way in. He'll get a nice pipe on the ground and knocked up.
There we go. Yeah, Gooseman gets suspended mid-air. No air shots, but the scatting gun does deny him. But yeah, Queensland survived with their life, and it looks like they want to aggressively re-push this, leading with Sam. They do give up the cap window. Sam coming in, gets so much damage on the medic. Oh my god, Sam just hitting every shot. Quid juggles him around, but juggles him into a house, so it's easier for Sam to kill him. Adolo and Elmo do go down on the flank, and T3's is separated from his team. Oh no, what started out so good for Queensland. They just lost their players on the flank, and T3 wasn't able to stand with his scout, as Gooseman might actually die here on Bats. No, get some good damage up onto, I believe that's CK, as he manages to survive with a slither of HP himself.
Yeah, and T3 just gone a little bit too far into the enemy house. They're not realizing that the double soldier threat was just waiting for him behind, as it'll end up being pretty much even Ubers. We've got a sniper coming out on Spade here, but Elbo's all the way in mid. And he will see this, and oh no, he might just go onto air, but Fane turn around at the perfect moment. He will catch Elmo with a nice 1-2 after the jump. And that's gonna open up a lobby for New South Wales, but Queensland actually, they've got a nice foothold going with one gun watching last.
Yeah, and we have Lex being a bit aggressive here onto Bats, forces off that soldier, so yeah, we are just going to stalemate as both teams build up this final 25% of their Uber charge. Whereas now we're going to see if New South Wales can have any more luck pushing into last point here. I mean, on the flip side, Queensland started out their push so well, but they didn't have any soldiers to support them in that initial fight. And it lost them so much damage, and yeah, when push comes to shove, it just, you know, gave Air just enough time to get his Uber charge up. I mean, admittedly with a saw, but they just weren't able to finish off that push. Elmo gets caught out in lobby, dies to the SMG of Spade, which might be an opening here for them to be a bit aggressive as the dispenser goes down. So that is the most key pick.
Gooseman playing with fire there, peeking out right into the full charge shot of Spade waiting, but he will miss.
Yeah, it looks like New South Wales are fairly content to just wait here. Fane not even doing anything on this lower side. They are just hoping that someone peeks Spade, but I think Gooseman's learned his lesson, you know? He played with fire once, he's not going to do it again.
Yes, we've got a pretty creative trap coming out from Quid here, just sitting in the open as we've got Sam who's come up on Sniper to try and get a return onto Spade, and we're gonna have them fighting in the main area as the teleporter of Adolo will go down in the meantime. Big frags here. But yeah, both snipers...
Sam actually potentially getting caught out here. No, Quid actually deciding to go through for pipes rather than stick bombs there. Probably could have caught out the sniper if he changed his approach. As the teleporter goes down again, I mean, New South Wales needs to push. Sure.
Yeah, like these are really important picks. Adolo is like, oh, that was not a sniper, that was a scout. Sam just waiting in main and Starbucks peeking a little too far.
Hey, it's different for Starbucks this time. He didn't die to a headshot. This time it was only a body shot. Oh,
they let him get really far out.
And here we go, Spade going really aggressive too, but the sentry gun does push him back, so he's moved his attention over to see if he can pick up Lex, but nah, he'll just keep rotating around.
Spade, he's gonna peek from lower, try and get something, but he will get pushed back as Elmo, he's gonna try and spam him, but they won't be able to get onto him just due to the stickies on the ground. As Elmo will back out with his life. Looks like Spade might be looking to get a shot onto the gun to sync up with his team.
Sam actually losing his life there as he did switch back over to Scout. So again, this might not be okay. Spade getting caught out by Elmo, who actually manages to clean up Starbucks as well. You're not supposed to be able to do that, Elmo.
No, but that's just a really swift shot, as we might see the teleporter exit going down again on the side of a dollar. You need to be healing these buildings, man.
I mean, really hope to see a telefrag though. That's all I'm hoping for.
Yeah, they might need it. Goose has just gone down. It is even Ubers, but New South Wales, they're going to make a push in without the scout. And oh, please do not get the telefrag. Please do not walk on it.
No, they're not going for the telefrag.
Okay,
they only get the dispenser. I mean, a very good pick, but that's all they get. T3 going quite low before he uses. It looks like New South Wales, no, Fane actually dying here, and the health of Queensland not good enough to really come into lobby as Sam kind of gets joggled off in this choke area. No, he's going back. He wants Quid, but gets a pipe to the face and has to back out. So, really nice defensive Uber there from the side of Queensland.
Yeah, just being able to push them back out. I think New South Wales, they maybe pushed it a little bit too fast. They still didn't have their scouts in the fight by the time that push started. So, I don't know, on a map like Badlands, it's pretty small, but you still do need some amount of cleanup. As Sam and Elmo, speaking of cleanup, going to try and clean up their own frag in main. As Elmo, he'll commit a little bit too far. I don't know, get some...
Stolo goes down through, and we just see an aggressive play on the point by CK. So, making openings for his team, but Spade has no help to try to follow in. Quid just walking into this last point, takes so much damage, and Air is forced to use his Uber there. But T3 is only on about 90%, he doesn't have anything, but they're Ubering players on the point, they can't get cap time. Finally, they change, and Starbucks manages to cap it out, as T3 is only a couple of percent away from being able to defend that round there, as New South Wales finally tied up.
Yeah, well, no, actually take the lead.
Sorry,
that was first round.
Yeah, I forgot. Queensland beat that push. So after a fairly long period of play, yeah, New South Wales get the lead.
Yeah, like, and Quid really fast. Oh my god.
A really good roller. And I may be wrong, but I believe they have not exec to conflicts properly, and there is no time limit on this server.
I think that I can see a time limit. So hopefully, hopefully that is the case, as we do have a early frag on the T3 going down. Elmo's going to try and make the response, but Lex will do it before he can make it. Elmo will come in for the cleanup, but he'll die to Starbucks. Gooseman is long gone, a Dolo on the spawn. Looks like this will be the second mid going to New South Wales.
Yes, and it was my game deciding to just not display any information to me. I apologize.
Good old TF2.
Good old, what a great game is. Yeah, Quid just hanging around there with a scout, not doing too much, as it looks like, you know, New South Wales are just, you know, getting everyone together until they push into this choke here. Queensland are quite far back, they're starting to push people up, but New South Wales, if they were a bit more aggressive, actually had an opening to make their way into second here, but I think they're just going to wait. Here we go, really aggressive double bomb in from Spade, and its counterpart, they managed to get Gooseman, but T3 again taking no damage. Fane getting suspended up in the air as frags are going down either side. Fane actually all the way. No! T3 walked straight into Fane without realizing that he'd jumped down into the lower lobby, as Air manages to make his way all the way back into mid. That was looking so good for Queensland right up until the end there.
Yeah, and you've got a Dolo already. He's gonna back spawn before seconds even captured, and he's gonna start getting that gun up, knowing that it's not looking great for his team as New South Wales. They're gonna recuperate on mid, get both of their players spawned, and they're gonna go through choke with the super, but they're gonna be met with nobody.
No, and back. Again, it was another great coordinated play there from Spade and Fane. I mean, the initial bomb didn't do much, but it created enough room for Fane to sneak behind while eyes weren't on him. As well as you see someone really aggressive, that is Spade, coming into lobby there. One rocket onto D3, he hops down into low ground. And Gooseman managing to clean him up there. So Spade almost taking down T3 again, which would have been a massive boon for New South Wales, who do have this 50% advantage, and surely they're pushing right around. Gooseman, what are you doing? He's up on lobby by himself. Lex does manage to take out Starbucks as Elmo goes down
Elmo was on Spire. Like, just climbing Spire behind New South Wales as they're going to come in with the Uber. A different sentry spot this time, but Quid is going to deal with it immediately. As all of Queensland is going to be on their own top right area. Not going to get down the point in time. CK will die to Lex as he will get traded by Quid. Sam will trade that.
This is going back in the way of Queensland. New South Wales didn't get on the point in time. Again, they did the same play that did actually work for them last round, but they Ubered a player onto the point. Then took the Uber off, and the player decided to chase kills instead of, you know, getting the objective. As Starbucks, I don't think is happy with his team there, as they kind of throw away that what should be an easy round win because they were frag hungry. Like, just stand on the point, you win rounds, you win the game.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think they were all ready to stand at a point, but no one did. They had all four players on the low ground there, and that's not how you want to be playing.
Is an early death here to Elmo, and that means New South Wales put no resistance onto this mid fight. And Queensland looking like they just want to steamroll this through, as they have a 90% advantage over Air, who's disconnected from his team right now and not actually healing anyone. I don't think Queensland realizing this. Oh, here we go. No, the counter came in from flanking, and they get Air by a fantastic fight from Gooseman. Sam is chasing up these kills, but he can't quite connect to the soldiers on time. Gooseman with another fantastic pipe onto Starbucks. He loses his medic though, so things will get a bit dicey here for Queensland, as Elmo loses his life too, but they've got so many frags on the side of New South Wales. It's just CK and Quid alive, and they really can't do anything on loss. They do manage to take out Sam, and actually Queensland delayed enough that it looks like New South Wales might be fine here. Quid loses his life as Lex is trying to get onto the point here.
What are Queensland doing? That was just...
Oh, that was a disaster.
That was, like, they pop into lobby for the kill onto their medic, but in the meantime, they've left the left side of lobby as they're pushing in open. I believe 2 or 3 players bled behind and delayed that cap on seconds so much, to the point where T3 was pretty much alone in lobby with Ryan. Like, I don't know, that was Queensland's round, full Uber going into the last push, practically given second on a silver platter.
I think we're seeing signs of panic from both these teams. Actually, Queensland looking like they want to be really aggressive in the choke. T3 took early damage, and all Fane had to do was hit a single rocket, which he does. So the heals are down on the side of Queensland again. Spade, oh my god, Lex absolutely obliterating him. See you later, Moit, as he says. Wow.
That was a nice rocket. What, Elmo? Elmo, where did you go?
Elmo. Don't do that, Elmo.
Bottom right? That's nearly just a round. You can't cap a round while a man is taunting for a midi. You just can't do that.
Oh, disrespectful. As this match has descended into a bit of chaos here. Gooseman looks like he's going to get caught out by Spade, who jumps around the opposite door, hits one rocket and hits a second. Spade getting some nice cleanup kills here, as that should allow New South Wales to push out pretty cleanly onto Spy here. As Lex has to jump away, just taking too much damage. As yeah, we see Spade and CK capping up second. Elmo going behind, but there's no way he can get to last on point, especially with Fane jumping there, and yeah, Elmo unable to even really make it past Bobby. He will meet Quid, but no, some nice sticky placements there. Just kind of juggles him on the spot, as Queensland really a bit unsettled here. They're not able to really get any play going their way right now. It's a really aggressive bomb coming in from Spade that forces all of Queensland back into destroy. Adolo taking so much damage, he'll surely die here from 4 damage, as he does. Lex coming in from the back line, but gets monstered, and why is Queensland staying in here?
They got the Uber. Elmo's play managed to buy enough time for the Uber to come in, but T3's just been left. Sam's going to leave him. Elmo will be required to take him away, but it's just not enough. You don't play aggressively on the point there. You play at least back on train, as
Oh, I mean, Sam has to do something big here, but all the enemy gamers are looking at him. He actually makes space for a Dolo. Oh my god, a Dolo. I mean, completely saving Queensland there. That was a fantastic sync play. But Guzman looks like no Guzman. Oh my god, Guzman surviving on 14 HP. There were some great sticky placements as Lex takes down Fane, but it doesn't matter as Quid is going to clean everyone up. So I don't know what's happening. Do you?
Who knows? I think this is the Adola redemption arc that New South Wales are trying to shut down super hard. I don't know. Adola, you've made some nice plays right at the beginning. Queensland kind of throwing it away again. Is going to see some bombs onto Spade on the point, trying to slow down that Spire cap. Spade will have to back up.
Sam doing some nice damage at denying that Spy. And again, yeah, that bomb by Dolly, it just as everyone hadn't turned around from that. Oh my god, Sam. Oh no, he does die there.
CK's on the T3.
But not able to do it. Dolly again hitting some really crisp shots there to save his medic. Fane is actually essentially could come in for a big flank here. He's going to get a chance to... Oh my god, he does the damage on T3 Fane. Oh my god.
He just... Nothing's going Queensland's way at this point.
That was unbelievable. But Elmo is on air and he gets the free shot and he should take out Quid too, who doesn't know where to face. Can these teams just settle down for one moment? Can we have a stalemate again? I miss stalemates.
What? Chill out, Krusty. Gotta stop this clown fiesta. This is terrible. Oh man.
Okay.
Quid and Air, they're gonna get back spawned. This should be a mid for Queensland. If this is a normal game of TF2...
it's not though, Michael. We've established we are not in normal TF2. This is...
We have entered the Badlands zone.
Oh no, I'm scared.
I am quivering in my socks. No boots, not in the house.
Okay, but it looks like we have a stalemate. We can actually try to digest... No, we don't. Spade and Fane are jumping in because of course they are. Spade gets completely cleaned up. Fane gets suspended in midair. Quid can't come around choke in time. And really good denial there by Queensland. Finally working out how to counter that bomb as New South Wales are back all the way out. Okay, even when we thought we had a stalemate, we didn't.
Maybe we are back in a normal game of TF2. Scout's just super busted as Sam is going to take a solo Uber into second. Again, just, I don't know, these really weird Ubers coming up from Queensland, popping when they're not at all being forced, and while New South Wales is on the back foot.
And now Air has 100% Uber advantage, and it looks like Starbucks, yeah, he's not going to let Sam cap out the second point. Adolo's going to do what he can. As actually they take down Fane, Adolo gets completely suspended midair, gets one rocket onto Air, and that's enough to get the force out as Elmo was doing what Elmo does and jumping behind as looks like the rest of Queensland have managed to back the way out in the corner there. CK is doing what he can as, yep, Elmo jumped all the way around and just got onto point. And he takes a fat direct as I think we've reached normality again. As both teams are kind of on even Ubers, both have a couple of players down. No, Queensland looking like they want to take this really aggressively. No, they're going to hang out in lobby, thank God.
We have a little bit of downtime, maybe some teleporter picks. We've got Starbucks up on the Pyro for his team. We do have, is that CK up on the Engineer. No off classes for the Queensland side as they might try and push the Super. I think they do know it.
They've been building this really well. They've got themselves about a 25% advantage. And
they're
taking it. Popped this straight away. The sentries on no, denying the scout. The Pyro coming into Lex is actually the first death. Goes down to Adolo cleans up the Pyro, but does it matter? Does any of this matter as Queensland just... I mean, they really shit the bed there as we do see... who was that in... That is Sam trying to do anything in lobby, but no, he does get taken out. And again, another last push. What will probably result in a 2-point swing as Air has a 50% Uber advantage here.
Yeah, but we do have a sniper on the side of Queensland. Is it?
It's Lex this time.
It's Lex. He's in the spawn.
Everyone's getting a turn.
Yeah, he's not going to play wide, so New South Wales are going to have to come pretty far in, and I mean, he's realistically looking for the medikit.
Oh my god! Spade right at the peak of his jump. I mean, you know, he wasn't strafing too much. It was a nice, simple shot to take, but he hits it perfectly. Fane actually getting counted on this left side too, so again, soldiers go down. Lex actually managing to live with that well, and Elmo getting another frag on CK as Sam is distracting all of New South Wales in-house as Elmo's made his way back to lobby, so the scouts of Queensland combining with Lex. Oh my god, he's on air. He misses shot 1, he misses shot 2. He hits a tiny amount for shot 3, but he's causing so much destruction, and he's surviving with his life? Elmo, no, stop doing that, Elmo.
Just still, where is he? Did he leave?
Yep, he just left. He left. He left. He lived. I don't know what's happening, Michael. I'm having a breakdown.
And this is even plays units of Spade try and go for something in lobby as Lex will try for something. Ryan Guzman will die to a trap as Elmo gets really low as well, but Queensland, they still want to push this with the Uber ad, which is dwindling, only 10% left in their favor, as they're just gonna run it in now, pray to get the medic, but
this time they're actually going with 2 players instead of 1, and Sam is actually getting capped on, gets about a third of the capped on, which forces Air to use his Uber, and Queensland wisely back out. They're losing no more players, so they've put themselves in a fantastic position here. New South Wales are trying to be quite aggressive in lobby here, and no, it looks like Lex will get caught out here. As we see CK actually coming in behind, he's going to have an easy couple of shots onto CK and Guzman, but a dog coming back at the nick of time.
It's only Fane. It's only Fane.
Elmo.
Oh,
Elmo! Oh my god, after like a billion hours, Queensland tied up 1-1, and I mean, does Elmo win MVP of that round? I think he does, but
no one wins MVP. Badlands claims the victory.
TF2 lost with that round, but Queensland do tied up 1-1 as we have just shy of 9 minutes remaining. Wow.
Yeah, aggressive bomb from Adolo will not go his way as Elmo does manage to team up with him, get a kill on the CK nice and early as Fate will go down as well, trading his life for Guzman though, as Queensland has no health at all. Everyone's waiting for arrows from T3 here, as Adolo's kind of being left to dry on his own side. He'll have to jump up before his medic recognizes him.
I feel that was just a bit of a case of miscommunication on the side of New South Wales. So many players were so low, and I feel like everyone was just, was facing different ways, and they could have picked up a few easy kills there. As we actually see Adolo getting really aggressive in the choke that allows his players to come in, but Elmo and Lex do lose their lives. So Queensland will just make their way back onto mid as they are a player disadvantage here. As it looks like Fane wants to be really aggressive here out of window, gets shut down immediately. Guzman and Sam combining that, Sam just surviving the full damage.
Yeah, nice rockets coming up from both soldiers there. Lex getting a nice twofer onto Air, but just leaving him on about 20 health it was. And yeah, Fane wanting to give his own shot at the frag vid, but doesn't get the kill. As another choke stalemate, even Ubers, no off classes yet. But it's Badlands, you never know. We could be here for another 5 minutes.
Or, Fane and Spade will do another coordinated bomb. And no, it's actually, is that a Dolly or Lex going in? No, that was Lex, yeah. But he was just getting enemy intelligence. He sees it kind of, combos holding around Pride where you'd expect. And no one's trying to be sneaky. Everyone, we finally have gone back to good old-fashioned TF2, which is players staring at a choke point for minutes on end.
While Demerman had their stats, although Lex gets it.
Lex comes in and actually just gets behind Quid. Fantastic bomb there. This surely is the opening that Queensland need. And another solo Uber onto Sam. How many times have we seen that? But he can't connect the shot and not having to force, and that's taken away about 4 minutes. And again, Sam leaves his medic. But for some reason, New South Wales didn't follow up, and they decided to claim up Sam, but T3 was able to escape fairly easily, not taking really any damage there at all as Lex comes up to support his team now.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to see New South Wales try and control height a lot here. Only Elmo, Elmo being the only hit scanning class up for Queensland now, but no, they're just, the pressure from Guzman at choke, these stickies, they're going to buy enough time for Sam to spawn. He will be up now, and he will come up sniper.
There we go.
That's the stalemate breaker. Or the stalemate enhancer.
Who knows? I mean, at this point, I think we might just, neither team will cap it out for the remaining 6 minutes left on the clock, and we'll just go to overtime, going 1-1 at this rate. Yeah, Sam's not being aggressive, he's just waiting. He knows that at some point, he saw... No, I don't think he saw Spade jumping over building there. But Spade does now know that Queensland are rocking the sniper as Quid actually, I think, takes a body shot too. So yeah, they know Sam exists, so he has to be aggressive to try to do something. Backs out really early though, before the counter bomb can come in, as he's rotating into house, he gets caught out, but not going to take too much damage. Comes face to face with the soldier, and Spain getting one of the easiest kills he will all matches. Elmo has to back up to his team, and Guzman with a trap kill, and we're going to probably be back to stalemate for a while, as it doesn't look like Fane is in the position where he can bomb in at all. So now we wait. No, it's Lex going in really aggressively, gets one rocket onto Quid, gets the second. Quid just surviving. Lex still not up yet, just misses the horizontal rocket though, and that should create an opening for New South Wales to push in here, as they have this player advantage.
Yeah, they've got Spade coming back up, so I think We might see him get aggressive. No, we're going to see Fane. Oh, really nice slide, but it's only going to leave him with one rocket as he has to reload in the air. Elmo and Sam will have none of it, as they will shut him down, and hesitating towards choke. They're going to wait for Lex to come up and do their own sack. I don't know, running back and forth. A lot of this on mid as we are down to 445.
It looks like Elmo's actually getting quite aggressive onto flank here. He's found CK, but, you know, mid-range scattergun shots aren't really doing too much, and Guzman saying in chat he wants to cater in, and at this point, yeah, why not? But no, it is Lex and Adolo that both go in. They get Starbucks. Will they find anyone
They should
else?
find Quid.
There we go. They get Quid. Lex loses life, and they get the Force as well as Adolo manages to survive. Sam actually sacrificing himself into no teeth. There was a miscommunication there. It looked like Sam was sacrificing himself in choke to save time. But T3 tried to survive him, and Guzman's jumped really aggressive there, and he doesn't have the support of his team. T3 got off one arrow, but I think Queensland forgot how to talk to each other, because that should have been a really easy re-push in for them. Everyone was just kind of going at their own pace, yet again, which we've seen countless times this match.
Yeah, Sam way too aggressive there, and just kind of, yeah, like you said, miscommunication, players being all over the map, no one with that medic, and he just has to kind of meet up with the closest player and leash them out. Is he going to see New South Wales get pretty aggressive towards the choke while Adolo's down, but they will again slow it down. Even Uber's Lex holding his own house as Adolo is rolling back
Quid's
out.
being really aggressively there, and Guzman just catches him out, and Spade taking a low damage too. So this will be the cue for them to come in. Lex is about to bomb in from house. Noyak takes a low damage, has to return. But Sam and Elmo just lead that team in. Fane coming with this counter bomb, seeing what he can do, but Lex cleans him up. Guzman getting Spade, Elmo getting Starbucks. CK will get called out on the side of flank, and Adolo actually jumping in gets taken out by air, but it doesn't matter. Guzman gets him in the end, and surely Queensland can't mess this up with 3 minutes remaining. Surely they can't.
You would hope. Full Uber advantage. Guzman and T3 are in lobby.
I don't know why they're going to get caught out here, and it's just... Okay, no, they're wisely backing out. We are seeing a sentry going behind the point here, which yeah, I'm actually not sure with this ramp if it has an angle. I guess it does, but... T3 with 100% Uber, we actually see the Fat Man coming up from CK. I mean, New South Wales prepping as best as they can. Lex has eyes on them. We actually see, the swap off of Engineer happens to the Pyro, so it looks like we're going to see another Uber being led onto Sam here, as finally they take down the Pyro early for once, but they're getting not a lot of damage. No, as I say, that CK goes down, as Sam is jumping on top of this point here, just toying with the opposition. Quid goes down too. Fane is Medica caught behind point. Lex hitting every rock he can, and Queensland finally work together with a perfectly executed Uber push, not losing a single player, and with 2 minutes remaining, they go up 2-1.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the way that this has been playing out, neither team seems to be able to execute a quick push out really quickly. Badlands being one of the most difficult lasts to push in the game, so Queens are going to be fairly confident with only a minute 48 here. New South Wales are going to have to do something aggressive, and they are. They're going the enemy's team side.
Completely disconnected from team. T3 with an amazing surf across point, but he lands in the crosshairs of CK, gets him down. Lex coming in, doing what he can, but just gets suspended in midair. It's just Elmo hunting around, seeing what he can do, but there's nothing he can do, surely. As Elmo, Spade is coming for him. Yep, he gets one rocket into Elmo. Oh, Elmo, he gets a second as Elmo gets a really late death there. So it starts with Guzman being disconnected from his team, and then frag after frag goes the way of New South Wales, who play that really cleanly. And again, now they have a full Uber advantage to push last with a minute remaining. Wow.
Oh, Queensland, I mean, they don't, at worst, they play the golden cat, but that is not good enough for them. You're going to just be seeing New South Wales come into upper lobby with the full Uber advantage. Sam on the Pyro, you got Adolo on the Engineer, Lex and Elmo, and Guzman staying on their normal classes. And Adolo sitting in the spawn, ready to come up on maybe a heavy or just back on the soldier. You got the Uber coming in.
They're leaning on Sam, but they didn't have any scouts. Oh my god. Oh, the Pyro Sam gets CK. Guzman goes down to the Boston Basher, but it doesn't matter. New South Wales led that Uber on Quid alone, and just he can do nothing against the Pyro, and Queensland easily cleaned it up, and with 20 seconds remaining, barring a complete collapse. I mean, there's no way this can happen. I don't want to jinx it, but there's no way it can happen. Queensland will win 2-1, and they'll go into the grand finals to face Victoria.
Yeah, really good show coming out from both of these teams. Both games going really close. But yeah, the heavy from Elmo, he'll get Ubered on the point. That will be GG's 2-1, as you said, in favour of Queensland for the semi-final. And they will go to play Victoria in the grand final.
I mean, still don't really know what happened with that second round. I'm really trying to process it in my head. I can't, but I mean, when push comes to shove, Queensland just edging it out there. I mean, I don't want to say they played well, but they played less bad.
They got in the front seat of the clown car. New South Wales were in the back. I mean, like I don't know. There's not a lot you can say. It's Badlands TF2, right? I mean, it was a really slow game. Both demos doing 190 DPM, highest being Sam on 315. But I mean, just a really low damaging game all across the board.
And
I don't know, just yeah.
And again, kind of looking at stats, but again, this impact on the play, I think really what turned the tide for Queensland yet again was Lex. I mean, you know, he was just behind his scouts for a lot of the match in terms of points, in terms of output, but it felt like when plays needed to be made, when the teams weren't kind of faffing around, it felt like Lex was the one to do it. You know, he was letting Sam cherry in his medic for the Uber. He was letting Adolo have space to, you know, hit his sticky. I think Lex was my MVP for that match.
I've just looked at the breakdown of Lex's kills, right? Because obviously last time he got a fair few med kills, and for soldiers, you're normally looking at those kind of the med kills, the demo kills, you know, those high impact kills.
Yeah.
Lex got 20 kills, 12 kills on soldiers.
Huh. That's very skewed.
Yeah, wow. Like, I mean, Elmo also had 12 kills on soldiers, and if you're looking at any other close players, like the top 4 is Elmo, Lex, CK, and Sam. Right? They're the top 4 for soldier kills. Like, Lex is incredibly out of place there. And his scouts, even, you know, both of his scouts up there, like, I don't know, he was just doing a lot onto the soldiers, and maybe it's just, I mean, yeah, that is really unexpected.
It's certainly a stat line rarely see, especially on a map like Badlands. I mean, maybe if this was like a Viaduct or Product, I should say, you'd potentially see something like that. But 5CP map, yeah, that's fascinating. But at the end of the day, all of it just, you know, comes down to the fact that, you know, Queensland ending up winning both maps by pretty slim margin. They take Snakewater 3-1, albeit that last round being kind of, you know, not quite dead time, but them just kind of, you know, asserting their dominance right at the end. But a very slow, and I don't want to say methodical, because it wasn't.
It was not.
A slow and chaotic 2-1 victory on Badlands. Again, none of the last pushes were good except for Queensland's second round. You know, they led that double scout Uber perfectly. The rest of their team hung back enough, then focused fire, got down the heavy, forced the medic soldier combo behind the point, scattered New South Wales so they couldn't actually really force Queensland into a worse position, and just clinically won that push. Probably the only clinical push we saw all night, and it got Queensland the victory.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm almost speechless, because there's not a lot. Like you said, it was far from methodical, right? It was just these teams. It was a brawl. Neither team wanting to lose, but neither team playing to not lose. Both teams playing to win, getting these aggressive plays out. And I mean, look, it makes for entertaining TF2, but New South Wales, I mean, you know, it's not really what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, look, if we want to put on our nerd glasses, we could say, like, some of the players that are coming out, you know, you'd expect to see out of, like, open pugs, where you'd have players kind of feeding in one by one after an Uber while they don't have buffs, while the enemy team is all looking at them, and stuff like this that is just inexplicable for people who have, you know, competed at the highest level for as long as some of these players have. But I mean, yeah, end of the day, it's probably going to provide some good frag video moments. If someone wants to just make a highlight video of this one map, you know, you've probably got probably about 1/3 of this map time was usable content. And yeah, I don't want to describe the rest. I think we need to. I think Michael. I think we might need a bit of a break before we head into our grand final.
I
Give
think
ourselves
so.
a break. Give Core a break. Give our viewers a break. Let people, have a deep breath and get settled.
Yeah, shake the legs, take off the clown makeup, and get ready for Queensland versus Victoria. We will be back as soon as we can be for that game. Yeah, we'll see you guys after the break.
See you soon.